the Benedetta. Would have rather preferred the Paquito, but again, it's the same concept. You are able to split. It's a decent lane against the Ardent. And
Number 3 between Blacklist International and TNC. Who will win the series here? So far from Game 1 to Game 2, TNC has been on point in the early to mid-game. Will things be different this time around?
You know what, for Blacklist International, they just have to face a TNC early on in at the early stages of the game. They just don't need to wait for the time for, let's say, the Lord dances. But look at Nomad. So look at the pokes against Oheb. So probably Kimpoy will be at the bottom lane to force that heal or use that heal. So Oheb won't be forced to back away.
I like this aggression coming out from the carry, because usually you'd see Harriets win the lane versus the carry, but if you're like patient enough to wait for the spells coming out from the Harriet, you can actually win the lane with the carry. Because like before, it used to be just a one-sided matchup. Now it's very skill-based.
Yeah, comes down to that the micro pretty much.
Yeah, you still lose mid-game though, but you know the laning stage could do a lot of you know, taking care of.
Well, part of that too is like, okay, we know we have an Estes on our side. Like, if I really need, I can just have Kimpoy visit down the bottom lane, right? That's kind of what he's doing right now, going back and forth between that mid and the bottom to support both. Because right now, the whole point of this for Blacklist International this time is to have control over these early objectives, right? To be able to contest them and win those objective fights.
Yeah.
But right now, TNC doing their part up here as the turtle's gonna come up.
Oh, Nomad.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
Oh,
Flicker
no.
But while that was happening, there is a first blood already at the top lane. Eyes on me, says Heads.
Nomad, he got scared. He could have flickered in, used first skill and dashed. Hard would have died. He didn't have dash.
All right, Mr. Bad Habit.
all right, Mr. Bad Habit. Fine. But honestly, that was a kill.
Yeah.
That was a kill.
Well, again, with all that falling into place, TNC finds themselves in the position they have from the previous 2 games so far, and they got the objective. They got an early kill. We talked about Heads picking up this Benedetta, and he's proving a point right now.
As to why they chose the Benedetta. And look at now, Blacklist International, they're now leaning towards the bottom lane. So new gen Ube, last pick by Kimpoy.
Oh, last season.
Last season.
All right, was that a win or was that a loss? I think that was yeah, that was a win. That was a win. Because I think they never lost with Estes last season.
Oh, high percentage still for Blacklist International on this Estes.
Oh wait, no, they lost that game. That was the comeback from Echo.
I take back what I said.
That was a loss. That was a loss because I remember Echo mounting a very good comeback against Blacklist.
Well, I don't have that kind of memory. Wow, there was a flicker coming through. Not going to find the targets. They get whittled down quite a bit, though. This is the power, right, of Novaria. You get the vision, you get the poke available to UA's holding on to his own Decimate.
Fast clearing.
Yeah, fast clearing as well. So right now, TNC still holding on to that lead, putting the pressure down on this bottom side especially. They don't want Oheb to farm up once again on this Harith pick. They could be looking to make a play with Super Yoshi. Once again, the power also of this Kaja is you have kind of an on-demand initiation, especially
I like
with
it.
the flicker.
I like it. On demand. The on-demand kill spell. Nice. Like if ever TNC wants to get an advantage, hey bro, come here.
Yeah.
Come
Let's
here.
go, let's go.
I want to order some fresh kill. Use that divine judgment.
Freshly served.
Yeah. He's a walking win condition, by the way.
Who, Kaja?
The Kaja, yeah. He's a walking win condition. Like if they take out the Harriet or the Akai, that wins him the team fight here for TNC.
Oh, if he somehow gets Oheb.
Oh yeah.
In some of these fights, they lose so much of that pressure already in the team fight department for Blacklist lineup. And right now, you're kind of, and that's what Edward's purpose is, right, with the Final Slash. Like, his job is to do the same thing, but it's not like this on-a-point demand. Like, he's got to land. Oh, hold on, there it was.
We saw a Divine Judgment, by the way, on the turtle area, but Nomad.
1v4?
1v4, by the way, uses that flicker, and he is going to be down.
All right.
And by the way, Heads as well, plus Ryzen taking that turtle.
Yeah, it's the same concept with what we talked about during Game 2. You essentially just snowball out of the gold lane, and now Harriet is active. He's now online. But TNT, they also made quick work of the middle lane. They might be able to take this before Blacklist gets here. There you go.
This is fast, although as a middle laner, look at Yue and Super Yoshi. They're just seeing each other right there, and in an instant, TNC is now at 1.5k gold lead.
Okay, was that a good decision, though, from Blacklist International here, Midnight, to go ahead and focus on that bottom side and get what they needed?
I'd say yes, because now Harith is online, even though he is with he has the same amount of gold with the carry. But the thing is, now Blacklist International can move with the Harith. TNT has to make an active choice of whether splitting or playing with the carry. But again, you can't just freely do that against a Harith. So I think Blacklist International's game plan here is to give that turtle, make sure that we maximize the use of this Harith, because now it's his timing. Like, we need to make use of Oheb right now.
Although, for this one, we could see a Ryzen just poking
the slash.
Yue. And while this is happening, you can see that Decimate, since he is here as well. So we can see a he didn't even use the heavy spin. So nice retaliation here by Blacklist International, taking down a Ryzen. But Yue was taken down as well.
Yeah, good response once again. TNC holding on to the momentum that they've built themselves now game after game after game, even into game 3. Still, 3,000, nearly the 3,000 gold lead ahead. Yes, Blacklist International has a couple kills, like we mentioned earlier, but still, TNC holding control of this, and that's kind of, again, it's a power play, a walking win condition, if you will. Dominance Eye is being picked up as well from Super Yoshi. So anytime he has that flicker, Divine Judgment available, especially into the objectives, it could be very troublesome for Blacklist International.
Yeah, that's why, like, this Estes, sure, it gives them, like, an insane amount of heal. But TNC, even if they use Oheb on the side of Blacklist International, they just have a Divine Judgment on demand.
Oh, here comes the ultimate from Kim Poi.
That's about it. That's about it.
Low life still for Oheb. We could see a final slash here from Edward. We have Nomad on that flicker. So it's just a turtle team fight. By the way, we have Heads again with a Petrify. Comes in, Kim Poi is down. And double kill already for Ryzen. Takes the turtle as well. And players of Blacklist International forced back away. Conceal has been used as well. Sensu is going to be the target. 4 players, make it 5, and a kill tree for Heads.
That's a downside of having this Estes. It's very one-dimensional. It goes the same thing with Kajad though, but it's such a better threat for TNT. You pull Oheb, everybody needs to defend against TNT. You force out the heal, even the heavy spin, mind you, from the Akai, and TNC just wins team fight.
Yeah.
Now Ryzen also held the turtle, which was nice, because you don't need to force out the turtle fight against Blacklist International. You let them know that you're trying to take turtle, and then you turn the team fight onto them.
Let's take a look at how that unfolded in this replay. Once again, brought to us by Infinix. You can see it all come to play here. Super Yoshi positioning. That was the electal final blow, though, landing perfectly where it needed to with the Petrify. And just, it fell into place so well there for TNC. They're making so many good decisions. I mean, honestly, it's a different TNC.
Oh, Ryzen. That's
Ryzen's
cursed.
feeling
That's cursed.
good.
That's cursed, Ryzen.
Let's say minus damage.
Every recall, minus damage. Minus chances of winning.
Hey, you know, at this point, they're so far ahead, nearly the 9-minute mark, that maybe they can afford a little bit of minus damage.
And he doesn't need the damage because he has an ultimate that depends on the HP of the enemy. It doesn't require damage, you know. He doesn't have any physical damage items. He's just going tank.
He's just waiting to finish off the play with the Decimate.
Yeah, his main job in this game is to stand front line, act as a shield, receive as much damage as you can. Because your damage dealers, they have insane amount of damage. Nomad, Heads, and also Hatred.
So I'm wondering if this choice for picking up the Harith in the gold lane is going to bite Blacklist in the behind, right? I mean, it has it already, because you have so much of that magic damage available to you, and you're really like, again, we saw how much pressure goes on Oheb if he is focused with the Divine Judgment. And again, the damage department just falls off the face of the earth for Blacklist International if he's taken down, in comparison to having to carry across from you and a Benedetta.
Yep. A late game is going to be very, very hard for Blacklist International. They don't scale that well. Edward missing the final slash.
Okay, so this might be another good positioning by Blacklist International this time around. Here comes the setup play. Yoshi with a flicker on.
He pulled!
Another pull for him. And it's going to be a
TNC.
kill spree already. Look at head center players. The heavy spin has been proc as well. So Blacklist International, 3 players down. This could be a push for TNC here at the middle lane. But no, it's a perfect timing for them as well to take this Lord.
You see what I mean? They even win in a good setup, a play from UA, and they couldn't capitalize on that. They didn't have enough damage, and right now they're going to suffer the consequences here. TNC will take this first base turret.
He flickered in for that too, like Yoshi. Didn't die, used the Divine Judgment. I couldn't tell if that was the Valentina or the Harith. But somebody died in that fight. And TNC, once again, they just have that win condition. If you walk in, somebody's going to get pulled in.
Man.
And imagine the displacement or how far the Divine Judgment is for Super Yoshi. So it's hard for Kimpoy to have the Moonlight or Blessing of the Moon Goddess to save his teammates. So right now, Blacklist International is a bit confused on how they will take or how they will go for the counter engagement against TNC, because TNC is just really aggressive.
The BMG's not enough.
BMG.
The BMG can't reach.
Yeah, it's I like that you're throwing it here. You know, the acronyms.
Yeah, it's too long, bro.
BMG.
It's kind of like Ube, you know?
Yeah, it's
Ultimate
an English
bonding experience.
It's an English desk thing too.
Yeah,
you know,
BMG.
Throw everything out there. You did that earlier with the KKs.
KK, yeah. Because it's so long. Like carry, well, it's not too long. Carry Kaja.
FLI.
KK, yeah.
First Lord in.
Oh,
Wow.
there
Over the
it
lane.
is.
Here goes the final slash. Super Yoshi, very tanky, but not enough to save from there. So we could see Blacklist International being able to defend this Lord. But we have another minion wave though in the middle lane.
Yeah, the FLI got met by the FLI, the FSI.
It's too much.
The final slash initiation.
It's too much. Midnight.
It's too much. ITM.
It's too, yep.
Well,
NDB, a nice defense bottom.
Wow.
NM, no more.
No more.
All right. Let's go back to words. Actual words. Well, speaking
Imagine-
about actual words, you know, TNC,
Actual words.
they're putting in the actual work.
They are.
Because now they are utilizing this Kaja to its maximum potential. I'm not saying that every Divine Judgment cooldown they get pull, but every team fight has been phenomenal for TNC because of the fact that Blacklist cannot engage. TNC knows the proper use of this Divine Judgment. They know when to rush in and they know when to hold it. Because if you hold it, the idea is you cannot fight Blacklist if I don't use my Divine Judgment. OHEB cannot go in. That's why almost all these engages in the Lord fights has been just TNC sitting around. You know, walking for Blacklist to engage.
Guys, this is crazy. This is, again, TNC.
TIC.
This lineup.
What's the I?
This is crazy.
Yeah, this
TIC.
is
Okay.
crazy. This is crazy.
I'm getting confused now.
It's crazy because this is TNC, guys, against Blacklist International. 3 games in a row have had a lead on Blacklist International like this.
You just need to finish this one if you're TNC.
I'm telling you.
It's going to be frustrating if they extend, or Blacklist will be able to extend this game, let's say 13 minutes, 15 minutes.
Well, Chantel, don't throw that out in the world.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I've been here.
Here's
I've
the thing.
There.
Here's the thing. TNC, they have problems with endgame engages. Like, they need to polish that up. But Blacklist International, their endgame isn't really that strong. Compared to Game 1, Game 2, they don't have that big wild charge that sets up for team fights. They're basically just reacting to what TNC does. That's the downside of having an Estes.
Oh, Conceal. Going to come through.
There you go, the pull.
We heard the conceal, by the way, but Edward's going to be able to flicker out. The sustain is not enough.
No damage.
Nome with a kill. Not enough damage for the side of Blacklist International. Heads, it's going to be down, but we have 2 players down for Blacklist.
They don't have the damage force anymore.
TNC right now just finding
goes
the
mid.
players of Blacklist. And look at Nomad on the middle lane. Just free hitting the base as a TNC.
Oh, minions! Minions!
No!
Minions!
It's not endable yet. As
One more.
TNC, one more. Minion wave, we have Kimpoy and OHEB. Horizon, and TNC takes the series win against Blacklist International.
The Phoenix is